What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Isaiah Bagnah of the Realist. I'm with Jake Brandon and my man Kev. Say what's good, y'all. First things first, of course, shout out Chubbies and Orm. We're almost there, everybody. I'm telling you. I know the surprise is coming. I've been gassing it for a while, but I swear, you know what I'm saying? Like, right, Jake? You can attest to it. Like,
Days away, man.
days away. And it's going to be sick. And honestly, of course, I wanted it a little bit earlier. We all wanted it, but might be just perfect timing.
Yep.
It might just be perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, shout out Chubby's Norm, man. They do the best job on all phases, man, of business, food, quality, man. And so, yeah, if you're in the area, make sure to go check them out. So, we just got done with the UCF game. My takeaways of it, you know, it was a hard game for like the edge group, man. It really was, and not in like a bad way. I'm saying just like production wise, you know, you're taking away the QB pull, you know, you're taking away the option game in general, right? And like they're not a big passing team. They lost their best passing weapon essentially, pass game weapon essentially on the first play. Play one of the game. So like there's not much you can really do, but other than just sit down, play fundamental technique, and play aggressive, man. And that's what we did. You know, it wasn't perfect, of course, but just from the edge group, you know, production wise, it wasn't great, but on a team aspect, man, we were kicking butt.
There's
Man.
several times those running backs pressed outside, stopped, waited for you to try and do something, set up a block, and you guys just held it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, turn it back in, try and make something out of nothing, cutting it back, and like you don't get any. There's no stat for that.
Nope.
For you, for Batty, for Logan, for nobody, like, you don't get anything for that. But like when a few times that didn't happen, those are big runs, right? So
big runs, explosive plays, man.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, though, like, especially when we play, like, just, you know, our main defense, you know, having, you know, me, Batty on the line, even, like, you know, Logan on the edges, like, typically, because we play a lot of backs, man. Like, if you watch the film, we play a lot of backs who most of their biggest plays come from bouncing it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's for a lot of reasons. Of course, not keeping contained, but you know what I'm saying? Just by the way that every team has played against these running backs, they've always kind of gave them at least one opportunity to bounce in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they've taken it, it's been an explosive play. And I feel like that's kind of one thing that I've kind of noticed is that when it comes down to those scenarios, we've been kicking butt, man. We've been holding the edge, you know, setting the edge, keeping contained, and making them. Because, dude, like Blake, all our interior guys, our linebackers, when, like, they're mixing it up. Even, like, our interior D line, truthfully, like, they're just taking on the guards, man, making a whole wall. Like, stuff that a lot of these backs haven't seen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's very disruptive.
I mean, everyone wants to say, oh, as a D lineman, your job is to get in the backfield, cause havoc, get TFLs, which your everyday football fan believes that, thinks that, right? But really, if you're eating blocks and you're not letting the O-line penetrate to the second level, guess what? It doesn't matter if you're in the backfield or not. Harry's going to be the leading tackler for the team, right? And that's what you need.
Literally.
Like, you're going to need those guys because they're there. And they can scrape over and play everything and make it all you guys all right.
They're doing their job at a high level, and it doesn't show on the stat sheet.
It doesn't show the stat sheet.
It doesn't. But it's being executed at a high level, an aggressive, violent, fundamentally sound level.
Oklahoma State ran a little wrinkle to try and take advantage of your discipline. They would leave you guys unblocked, so we would constrict down, and they would try and really bounce it, bring someone out and around a log block or different things around. Like, they schemed it up well, Oklahoma State.
They did scheme it up well against what we wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have linebackers fitting the C, and then, you know, that's when we come down instead of, like, surfing, you know, switch it up and just switch roles, essentially, right? And by doing that, though, if you scheme it right, it can sometimes turn into a soft edge.
Yeah.
It puts a lot of pressure on the D end, truthfully. But also, too, though, the issue about it was that, like, yeah, it was a good scheme, but they also depended on a lot of things that aren't sufficient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't depend on the linebacker misreading his key every single time. You see what I'm saying? You can't.
No.
And that's essentially what they're trying to do.
Right.
You can't depend on the defensive end to always be on a chase to the hip of the running back so your QB can pull it easy. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. And so that's where it's kind of like, I remember in the podcast after that game, I remember saying, like, if we just executed.
Yeah. None of those
eye
happened.
control. None of those happen.
Yeah.
None of that happened. But that's exactly what they try to scheme. They're not scheming against a certain technique, a certain fundamental, like game plan. They're scheming on things that just, you can't really depend on that.
Right. They're hoping you're wrong.
But when you go against a fundamentally sound defense, a veteran defense, a high performing, executing defense, honestly, there's not much else you can hope for. You have to, depend on smoke and mirrors. You have to depend on, eye control and the real details of the game. Or else,
just eating alive, man.
It's over with. You're gonna get your butt kicked, which
is what's been happening.
What happened this last weekend.
Yeah.
Truthfully. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we didn't play perfect at all, but man, that last quarter, we don't need to talk about it. I've already talked about it a ton today with my team, man, because that's not us. That's not our standard.
No.
But, bro, they only had 10 points going into the third quarter?
Yeah, it very easily could have been a 37-10 game.
Going into the fourth quarter, yeah.
Yeah, 37-10 game. 34-10, pardon me.
Yeah.
Glasgow
Kev.
gets his Glasgow gets his pick. 5 minutes left in the third, and the whole stands leave minus a few UCF fans, and then was there 10,000, 15,000 BYU fans stuck around.
Yeah.
But at that point, that very much could have been a 34-10 game. Seemed like one touchdown came against a mix of mostly twos out there. The first touchdown in the fourth quarter. And the second one was really a couple big plays. There's a slant will concept against, I think we were in cover 3. It might have been cover 4, but we just didn't play it well. It was roll cover. It was 2 safeties. It was the roll cover 2. Okay, that's what it was. Yep. And we ran a slant with the wheel, and we got caught in between passing the slant to our safety and then rolling with the wheel. And so both guys played it kind of poor. And they were starters. I won't call out names.
It's okay.
But they timed that up beautifully. That ball placement was actually really well executed by them too.
Play. Yep, I do.
And so there was a couple plays and then a drive against a bunch of twos. Was it mostly twos? Am I remembering? I don't want to put you on the spot.
Nah, it was for sure. But we still had stars out there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless, and
we play our twos enough that we expect them to be ones.
Literally,
they're playing the whole game.
From the start of the season, we've been playing
quarter one,
using our depth. You know what I'm saying? And we're in a position where we can, but we gotta uphold that standard, and I don't know. The thing is that you gotta have the mindset, man. When you're kicking someone's butt so bad, people tend to
let up.
Be all right, man, this game's over with. Nah, you can't do that. I feel like it's kind of disappointing, honestly, because I feel like we learned that from the Baylor game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was 24-0 in the first 10 minutes.
Dude, it was 14-0 in the first 3 plays.
Exactly, right? And then look what happened. You know what I'm saying? You kind of take your foot off the gas. The young guys come in and think stuff is kind of sweet. I'm not blaming the young guys whatsoever. I'm not.
No.
Because a lot of those veterans, even myself, made mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, you come in, you kind of ease up on that mindset. You take your foot off the gas, and bro, what I've been saying from the jump in this conference, you cannot do that.
No,
you cannot do that. I don't care who we play. I don't care what the record is. You cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? Because games that honestly we should have won last year, we started the game with that mentality, that mindset, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, I'm kind of it's unfortunate that we even let them get close. And truthfully,
it was never that close.
Of course it wasn't.
But
dude, they had 14 points that last quarter?
Mm-hmm. It's too much.
Had almost double their yards.
Their whole production in the last half of the fourth quarter.
right? So it's kind of like, bruh, that's not it. We could do better than that.
Still, the final stats, we kept them under 100 rushing. Is that correct?
No.
It was under their average.
It was under
Before-
it was
but they
100
took
below
some
their average.
100 below their average. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what I
it
was.
was 180.
Before the fourth quarter, though. Was
Oh,
it was before the fourth quarter, I believe.
because we ran for 250,
Yeah.
and then they ran for about
180.
180.
Yep.
But they're averaging a lot. They were the number 2 rushing team in the country.
They were averaging 280. So
280. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was the 100 number in my mind. It was 100 yards under their average.
Yep.
Which is with team not throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah. And like some of their runs, dude, like we just had good eye control, man. Their big explosive play wouldn't even happen.
Yeah, we were talking about that up in the stands. Is like, man, you take away this run, you take away this, you take away that. They've done nothing for this whole quarter. There are times where you're like,
Nada.
nothing.
You know? But I mean,
And Gus Malzahn's a good OC.
he's
Like,
a good coach.
he's a good coach.
I
dude.
mean, he led Auburn to a national championship.
Yeah, he's won at the highest level. So, like, he's gonna get his. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna get something out of it.
Absolutely. But like, I don't know, dude. Like, well, first of all, they're not a bad team
No.
at all. You know, they had some. I was kind of impressed. Like, they did better, honestly, than I thought. However, though, it's kind of like I'm still grateful that we won.
Oh yeah.
It was hard earned. We worked hard for it, right? But like, just because it wasn't to the standard that I know we can play at, because you know, there's things that happen during the week at practice. I was like, man, like we gotta fix this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even like for myself, like I had to check myself. Like, man, like you gotta change this, or else you know. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help you. In fact, it might hurt you in the game. And the majority of those plays that happened were a direct result of things that we did during the week. And so like that's why our preparation is so important. That's why we've been so honestly like good this year, is because of our preparation, dude. You know, and so I feel like when you take the gas off of your preparation and during the week, it shows in the game.
Absolutely. You
You
know,
see what I'm
Lavelle
saying?
Edwards' most famous quote is, "Football games are won Monday through Friday."
Yep.
Right? As a guy who knows football.
And I believe that with all my heart.
Mhm.
I know that for sure. You know, that to be true. Cause man, but like that's not no knock on nobody. You know what I'm
No.
saying? It's just we got to learn from it. And I feel like this is kind of like a wake up call. Honestly, the last couple of weeks have been a wake up call for at least the defensive side.
Hey,
Our offense is killing it, man.
if we
Kudos to
can,
them.
if we can keep winning and stay humble and hungry, sign me up, bro.
Right?
That's honestly not a bad spot to be at, because you want that just hungry focus of, gosh, we got to do better, and no complacency. And I haven't.
None.
The guys I've talked to, like I haven't felt that vibe at all.
Exactly.
Offense, defense, special teams,
And that's the thing is not
non-travel guys I've talked to,
yes
they don't have any. They're locked in, bro.
locked in.
They're
man.
not
That's
even
what I'm saying.
traveling to the game. They're locked in.
Everybody's locked in, man. And yeah, so that's the standard, man. And I'm glad that we have this bye week to just kind of reiterate everything, recommit ourselves again to a new season, right?
Mhm.
Like we just finished our 3-game season,
Yeah.
and so now recommit and double down again on everything.
4 left
Yeah.
on the schedule so
Well,
far. There's more than that. 4 that are
shoot.
for sure scheduled.
We're halfway through the season, man. And it's game 8.
Yeah, that's right. It's literally halftime.
Literally, right? So, yeah, man, that's how I'm seeing it at least. And I know that's how everybody else sees it too, and that's why I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
We still haven't even played our best football, truthfully.
No.
Not even. I mean, we had some times where we looked like pretty damn good, honestly, like pretty good. But like, there's still that next level that we can hit, and like, I believe it's we gonna get there like this following part of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of opportunities left to show how awesome you can be.
Exactly. I think this part of the season is where we meet our expectations of what we had.
Keep working,
then-
keep preparing, and then now you see the fruits.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's always just kind of doing this. You know what I'm saying? That's what literally our whole program this year has been based upon. Just every day, man, just get on all phases really. So how we train, how we even watch film, how we study, how we see the game, you know, our game plan, the way that we coach the game plan, you know, the way we go about practices, our effort, our mentality, and everything.
Right.
You know? So I'm excited to see it, man. We got to go out and do it and earn it, of course. But, you know, I feel like we meet our expectation of what we know what we were going to be or what we are, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, if we continue on that trend, I think we'll even surpass what we expected.
Yeah.
We already surpassed what everybody else expected.
Yeah, for reals.
You know? So, and yeah, man, it's time to do it for us, bro.
Dude, we've talked about special teams a lot on this podcast.
Yep.
And it's a glaring weakness, the finer points of special teams. Glaring weakness of mine as a fan and a coach and a spectator. But, dude, can we talk about the special teams play?
Let's do it, man. Will Ferrell. What a guy, man. 4-4. Yeah. You know, when I seen it, I was like, I didn't know they were going to run.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Have you seen this in practice?
Oh, yeah. I see it every day.
Oh, okay.
Every day. We do. Yeah, dude. We do a lot of stuff on a consistent basis.
Right.
But, like, yeah, dude, I see him. I've seen him do it before, you know, running in practice and stuff like that. And with all the other stuff. And, you know, he's executed every single time.
Yeah, yeah. Because,
So
like, that's a play where the second snap, if that goes wrong,
Yes.
you're taking a gamble on fourth down. That goes wrong actually bad. But if people have seen what you have seen, and obviously it was a great call because it freaking worked. But if they've seen what you've seen in practice, you're like, nah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Like, I seen it. So I didn't know it was going to happen, right? But as I was watching it, and, like, Sam caught it and hiked it to Will, it was kind of, like, out there for Will. Like, he had to, like, really kind of reach for that with one hand, right? But, like, obviously, like, my heart kind of was like, you know, but I knew he was going to handle it. I knew he was going to do exactly what he's supposed to do. And obviously, you know, a lot of people have been getting on his ass for, like, saying, like, oh, why didn't you throw it? Like, you could have had a touchdown, all this stuff.
Bro.
I'm like, nah.
Played that perfect.
Nah. He did it. He did exactly what he needed to do.
There's only one person who should be mad at him, and that's Ethan Erickson. Everyone else should be like, hey,
Right?
you picked up the first down, no risk, like, great.
Exactly.
Caught it with a full head of steam. There's only one guy who deserves to be mad. That's Ethan. And Ethan could be mad at him.
But the thing is, dude, you know, throwing the ball on the run is a lot harder than just standing there and throw the ball.
Yeah, you got to square up your
know.
shoulders, set your feet, and drop. It's not easy.
And that's not what he does.
Ask Hinkley.
Hey, love you.
Just
Hank.
kidding. We love you, Hinkley.
That was a funny one, though.
Yeah.
I guarantee he's laughing. He would laugh at it too. That's funny. But yeah, dude. So, like, you know, it was a sick play, man. He got Pop-Tart special team player.
Pop-Tart play of the week.
Yes, Pop-Tart play of the
Special
week.
teams play of the week.
He deserves it.
Yep, he does. 100%. Well, him, Sam, and Dalton Riggs.
Yeah.
Yep. So good for them, man. That was cool to see. Honestly, because the only ever field goal fake that we had, or that I can remember at least, was against Oklahoma State,
Yeah.
and that just didn't work.
Didn't work out.
And like every special teams meeting, Coach Hill's always in there like, you know, fakes are cool, man, but only when they work. You know what I'm saying? But only when they work, man. 'Cause when they don't work, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know, so it usually doesn't work out ever. Not ever, but like it doesn't work out.
You guys have pulled off a lot this year. And I think that's a tribute. Like, hats off to K-pop.
Yeah.
I want to attend the K-pop school of special teams because that guy knows it. I mean, he knows he could be a great defensive coordinator. He could do a lot of awesome things. But, like, that's one thing where it's like, man, like, you're getting a very valuable opportunity.
He knows his stuff, man.
He knows his stuff.
Literally I learn some every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like I've been in a lot of special teams meetings. I've been coached by a lot of pretty good special team coordinators. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, Boise State is like known for their special teams.
Mhm.
You know, so like, but yeah, no, he keeps surprising me, man. Every week he surprises me with something. So it's cool to see, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really cool to see. But yeah, dude, his special teams are awesome. But enough of this week.
Yeah.
Going on to this bye week. Did you have something you want to say, Kevin? Okay. Going on to this week, man. We got the bye week. You know, we resettle. Resettle, man. You know, you got. You know, honestly, we're doing very well injury wise. Obviously, you know, it's late kind of season, man. You know, you got nicks and bruises, whatever. And like some people are kind of going through it, but you know, we are a healthy team, truthfully,
I think that
compared to a
your
lot of teams.
strength and conditioning program has a lot to do with that, right? Like your
Oh,
your
yeah.
bodies are ready.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
100%. And it's cool because like the way our program is, man, like we're supposed to peak in this next week, this next couple weeks, in our strength and all this stuff, just the way that we're doing. Whereas a lot of schools, a lot of programs, dude, they are declining fast at this point. Fast. Like, dudes are dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? And it's because a lot of times, like, people just kind of, once season starts, like, all right, we're just going to do the bare minimum. You know what I'm
Maintenance.
saying? Just maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
But truthfully, when you maintain it, it's not really maintaining. It's like maintain and then, or whatever happens, just happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's crazy, dude. Like, literally, we go like this. It's crazy. Those guys are geniuses, man. The signs that we have, they are the real deal. And like, shoot, I mean, obviously, you know, I have my little nicks and bruises here, but like, shoot, I'm still out there playing.
Yeah.
I'm still playing, you know, at a full level, like 99%, truthfully, and that's like a lot of dudes, you know.
Physical position too.
Exactly.
It's not just the punters or the kickers out there that are
Nope.
feeling
I
pretty
am-
good.
I am getting in a dogfight every play
Mm-hmm.
of the game, dang near. You know, I'm having contact every
Oh,
play
yeah.
of the game. So, yeah, dude. In those regards, man, we're looking good. I'm excited. Get this bye week, man, and then it is the Holy War.
Bro. This
I'm
is
excited about this one, man.
this is your
I'm
first one.
excited. This is my first Holy War,
Yeah.
and I
It's-
fully intend on going 1-0.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
1-0. That's all that matters.
Did you watch the Kansas State game at all? Because that was
I
on
watched
after
it.
your game. I was wondering maybe on the flight or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
You
I watched everything, dang near.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good. I mean, I think you guys. I mean, you put the hurt on Kansas State. So, not saying you're going to play to the level of Kansas State because you obviously
Right.
put the hurt on Kansas State. But that's just like another thing. It's like Kansas. I
They're
mean,
the bottom of the Big 12. and
bottom of the
they-
Big 12.
They gave them the work.
Gave them the work, dude. And like Utah does not got a lot of things going white right now.
That's very true.
And so, like, we talk about Oklahoma State not having anything to lose, you know, this, that, other. Like, that's Utah on steroids.
Yeah,
Like, this, yeah,
literally.
they need this.
They do need this, bro. And like I see this, I'm anticipating them seeing this as like their Super Bowl, bro. Like this is their everything, you know, because their season doesn't look really good so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shoot, that just happens. That's college football, you know.
People get hurt, things happen.
yeah, you know what I'm
like,
saying. But like, you know, you just came off a tough loss, man. I mean, shoot, if it was me, I would come back with some crazy mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing everything I can to beat these fools. I'm not losing again.
yeah.
I don't care if they're top 10, you know what I'm saying? Which is valid. I hope they come with that mindset and that preparation. I do.
Oh, they will, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't want I want to beat them at the best they possibly can be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No excuses after the fact.
I don't want no excuses. I know it's never a hand up, but I don't want it to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be earned.
Dude,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
no one dislikes Utah more than me. Well, they probably are, but few people
There probably
dislike.
are.
Yeah,
I could probably
yeah.
name a couple. But
Few people dislike Utah more than me, but I will give them props and respect. They will show up to this game.
Oh, yeah.
They will play tough football. Kyle Whittingham is a very good coach.
Yep.
There are seniors, just like we got all these seniors who are playing for the, for the riding for the brand. Like this is the last
Yeah.
year for them.
This is
They got that going on too. A lot of people came back because this was supposed to be a special year for them. All this and like this, like they'll give you your best, bro. You don't have to worry about that, man.
Good.
You'll get a good game.
I'm glad, and the environment too. I'm trying to go up in there too and make my mark, man. Make our mark.
Yeah.
Because it's necessary.
Yes.
It's needed. It's time. You know what I'm saying? It's been a great season so far. We've done some pretty sick things, some great accomplishments, but this one, man, it's just like, all right, like hey, I don't want to ever, say that I didn't go into this game, this holy war, without the most effort and passion that I've ever had.
Right.
So I want to be able to say that, I gave it all I could, and shoot, the result is what it is, whether good or bad. And I'm a grind this week and next week. You know what I'm saying? It's
and
already started.
you'll hold your guys accountable.
Exactly.
Because you talked about that, and other guys told me that you're good at that, keeping guys accountable.
Yeah.
You
have to be,
Batty, all these guys. This is it. It's.
Yeah.
And you guys deserve it, man. Everyone needs to play their hardest because it's the right thing to do because they're part of the team. But also, there's a little bit of it's for you guys too.
Right. Absolutely. Speaking of that, I came up with something.
Okay.
Last week, I was thinking in my head, man. I was just thinking, like, how can I find a way to help, not motivate the guys. Well, yeah, motivate the guys, but kind of like let them, like, remind them how serious this is, man. Like practice, meetings, just stuff like that, and just being where your feet are, And like, I started to look around, like, all right, we got a lot of seniors, we got a lot of vets, guys who want to play in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys who want to go make a bag from this. Guys, this is their dream. I know it is mine, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm like, 7-figure effort. Every single day, before every single rep, I'm going to remind myself I'm going to play with a 7-figure effort. Because, I've acquired this, this habit of before every single play, I have to physically remind myself, tell myself, make the decision, all right, I'm going to play violent. I'm going to execute my play. This is my job to the best of my ability before this play happens. And then, I'm in that mode, I feel, right? But I feel like now I've been able to kind of evolve it to something where, everybody can kind of see it and, like, acquire that for themselves and, like, really feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, look, DBs don't have to sit there and be like, all right, this play I'm going to be fully violent, aggressive. I'm going to knock somebody's head off, Sometimes they don't got to do that. Safeties, they don't got to do that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know these DBs want to play in the NFL someday. I know these guys have dreams, you know what I'm saying, just like I do, just like we all do. And it was cool because it's like something just to, and the thing is, it's not even just like for football. You can use this outside football. I use outside football.
That's what I was thinking when you were saying this.
You know what I'm saying? But this is where it started.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember, like, before the play, like, one of these periods, me and Bagnah were just kind of sitting there, and it was kind of like, everybody was kind of just like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're getting off, because we take, like, TV timeouts during practice, and everybody's still kind of, like, glum, And so I told Baz, like, hey, man, this period is 7-figure effort every play. He's like, whoa, what'd you just say? I said 7-figure effort, my brother. And he knew exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what I meant. And, I feel like he's kind of thrown it in his little, acquired it in his little, honestly, like, self-talk book, because, I mean, shoot, I'm glad. I hope he did. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody did, because it's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to swear, but it's real stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, oh yeah, that's the truth, man. Because even outside of football, like before I walk into my apartment, 7-figure effort. You know what I'm saying? That's like even putting myself in the mindset of, you know, what would a 7-figure earner make? How would he go about, you know, his organization, his environment? How does he treat his environment? How does he treat himself?
How's he plan his day?
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What habits does he have?
Yeah.
And so, man, I think it's just so, you know, perfect for honestly anybody. Truthfully,
Dude, it's killer.
It's
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 funny.
cool, huh? It's cool. Man.
That should be on a t-shirt, man. That should be
7-figure effort.
Yeah, that should be on a t-shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Show why you are a 7-figure, you know, talent.
Right.
Why you deserve that.
So I just did an emotional intelligence training in Phoenix, and part of the training is present moment awareness, right? Which is almost every negative emotion, negative thought, negative thing we feel, like 98% of it happens when we're focusing too much on the future or too much on the past. And then we allow our emotion to get negative or get out of tune of what our real goal or purpose is. Right. And so that's teaching us like, hey, focus on the present moment. What's happening right now? Because what you can only control what's happening right now. I love the 7-figure effort because it's basically present moment awareness with your goal, your big goal in mind. Like, hey, that is achievable now.
Right.
Dude, that's good stuff.
Absolutely. And it even, and like, obviously it pertains to you now, like, you know, in the immediate sense of things, but like also it still, you know, serves as a positive addition to the bigger picture, the main goal, the collective goal, truthfully.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just cool, man.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm a for sure hold on to that for the rest of my life, you know? Even like in all phases. I think that's a cool way to think. So, anyways, I just felt like I want to share because, you know, we were talking about just like the guys and like our preparation and stuff like that. And so, yeah, man. 7-figure effort. You heard it from me, all right?
Okay.
You heard it from me.
I want to ask you a Holy War question.
Let's go.
Kevin, did you hear Kalani today was talking about the familiarity between the coaching staff? Do you have like a recap, kind of like what he said, or you know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
I have to look it up.
I do know, just from talking to people in the program, like there's like it's the same defense basically.
It's the same defense. A-Rod has been the OC, and he ran things very differently than they're running things up there now. But like Jay Hill has been at Utah. Kalani coached at Utah. A-Rod coached at Utah.
Yep.
Sione?
Well, I don't know. Sione Puha was their D-line coach. Sione Puha coached at Utah. Gary Anderson, who was at Utah.
Yep.
So, like, there is all this familiarity. Like, Kyle obviously played for BYU, obviously coached with those guys as well. All this stuff. Do you think, and I know they're like always locked in, do you notice anything different? Is there a different kind of attitude, or is this business as usual? Like, just because, like, if I'm playing my friends and I've coached against my friends, I've played against my friends, I mean, I always give my effort, but sometimes it just feels different because it's like, you remember, like, oh, that's my guy.
Yeah, it's a little more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal. You still give 100%.
Still the same routine, still the same process. There's just
a personal element,
a more emotional aspect to it.
Yeah,
100%.
You see it.
Yeah, you see it. You feel it.
You feel it when you're going in there.
Yep.
Does that come top down, you think?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, it's not like everybody's over here saying like, oh, whoop de whoop, you know what I'm saying, this and that. Not no rah-rah stuff. It's just, you know, everybody just knows. Everybody just feels it.
Yeah.
It's like an unspoken thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, dude, it's cool. It kind of adds a little bit of drama to it all, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and that's the only type of drama that I ever want to have to deal with. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But, you know, it's a good type of drama.
It's a good drama.
You know
it's a fun game.
Yeah, man.
It's a fun game.
It has to be played with, like, emotion and, you know, it has to be.
Yeah.
Passion. I mean, if you don't play football with passion, then you're doing something wrong.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a reason why you have to love the game to be good at it.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, dude, it's cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be fun. I already started watching. I mean, I've been watching film on these cats for a minute now. I mean, like obviously,
You've had some overlap games.
right, and
right?
like I've had. I mean, I'm not. Sometimes I gotta switch up what I'm watching.
Right.
You know, like I watch. So much film on this one team that we playing this week, and sometimes I just want to switch it up. And I'll have the film to do that. I'll have what I'm saying. So sometimes I switch it up, and I've done my research on these guys.
I do that. Like what time? So you in high school, you win your game Friday night. Friday night it's all clean up. Like, okay, watch our film, watch our stuff. We gotta fix this, clean up, install this, and then it's like by Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, it's like, all right, let's see what we got that's not clean up. What's new install? What's gonna change this week based on who we play? So you start watching their film Saturday night, and by the time Sunday night, Monday morning rolls around, you've watched these other teams you're going to play down the road. I've watched their offenses play against the defense I'm going to play against, right? Because now I'm like, we flip over from the ODK, over to this. Let's see what they got a little bit, right? I got the film pulled up. I just got to switch the ODK on that film, which was offense, defense, kicks
or
special teams, I guess. Yeah. Whatever K stands for. I never looked at it, but right. But you just switch, you just toggle on the thing what you're looking at. So it's very easy to like pick over, like, I'll watch a few series, see what they got.
This, switch it up. Yeah, man. Yeah, so and plus like with everybody knowing kind of each other, everybody knows low key each other inside out.
Well, yeah, Harrison, Parker, like
I'm
a lot of these
coaches wise.
Oh, coaches wise too.
Coaches wise. You know what I'm saying? Like scheme wise, it's very similar stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like it's gonna be cool, man, because like when it comes down to stuff like that, like it comes down to grit. Truthfully. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff comes down to grit, like especially when it comes to, an even scheme. I'm not saying it's gonna be an even scheme. I obviously have faith our coaches are gonna do what they do this week, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But like, man, like if everybody's been watching film like what I have, peeping stuff here and there,
they already know.
You know them inside out, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not calling nothing ahead of what it is. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But truthfully, in my opinion, I don't see why, we shouldn't know these guys. I don't see why we shouldn't be.
Well, bro, you're 8-0, bro.
Guys, right?
Whatever you're doing is fine. Keep staying focused. Like, right? It's not like we're gonna look back and be like, oh, we dropped that game because you watched a few series of a different team. Like,
yeah, nah, not at all. So, but yeah, dude, I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be sick. Y'all gonna be there?
Dude, I don't know. Are you going, Kev?
I think I'll be in the press box.
Yeah, you'll be in the press box.
What do you think?
Dude, I've been to that stadium a few times.
Okay.
I went with Mike Leach's family, and it was an interesting experience. Fans were very hostile.
I bet.
And then Mike called this big old timeout, called the whole sideline over to him on the 50, on the number like 50, and just, I don't know what he did, just screaming at him. And then they went on this tear, and they were down 21-0, came back and won, and that place was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you. That's, you got all, the negative emotion, the negative hatred, and then they start to see it slipping away, and then it's like just quiet.
Quiet.
Like I could have yelled to you from the stands, like, "What's up?"
That's crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? It was just like crap.
Dude, I'm so excited. I love games like this. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I love games like this.
We were just talking about the Oklahoma State game where like they go down and score and they're like, "I told you, bro. I love you." All this stuff, and then it's like dead, and they're just stuck there in the rowdiness of. Yeah, so it'd be one of those games. It'd be a hype game. It'd be fun. Will and Aaron invited me to a watch party up at Chubby's, and that's tempting. Okay. But I don't know, man. I'm probably going to the Chubby's game, but
yeah, I don't blame you.
That would be, I don't know, because I almost got Kelly convinced to go to ASU, and Utah is a debatable, but Kansas is at home, Houston's at home. I got tickets for those. Is like, and when we were looking ahead. We were breaking the cardinal rule and like looking at sales of tickets of other games that aren't on the schedule yet. So I'm like, man, do I want to
and
miss this
flights.
one?
Right.
And flights and hotel stays. Like we were doing that on Sunday.
Dang.
So I'm like, do I want to take a break for this one and go to all those? Like, I don't know. So I'm torn, bro.
Hey, it's okay, man. I don't blame you. But I am excited to be in that environment.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go and put on a show in that stadium, man.
Yeah.
It's honestly like I've never been in it, you know, and from like I've been around it because I've been on Salt Lake, you know, so I've seen it. It looks cool, man. You know, how many does it seat?
The seating capacity is not,
50, like
It's not
52.
crazy.
but
It's-
they are loud and
Yes. And at night, it's like, you know how Lavelle Edwards has some juju magic at night?
Yeah.
It's just the same.
yeah, it's very similar like to
Like,
that. Like they'll be
they-
loud, they'll be hyped.
They went on a stretch where they couldn't win a game in the afternoon, kind of like we did the last few years. But like at night, it's different.
Yeah, and they're
8:15
Yes.
So-
Late kick.
8:15. Late kick, dude.
under the lights, man. Shoot, let's go, man. I'm turned.
I've
ready.
coached there a few times for the high school playoffs and the high
okay.
school semis and stuff, and the fans are like they're on you. Like it's is it like a 10-foot drop, I think, and then it's there. So like your end of your sideline goes right to them, and they're right there. So
Ooh,
kind of a little
okay.
bit like Baylor was, or
Yeah.
Utah State's been in the past, like that. Like
Yeah.
they'll be there, man. It'll be.
I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope they're nice, up close and personal, man.
They
So
will
I-
be.
you know what I'm saying? So,
So you can hear everything they're saying.
oh yeah, and they could, yeah.
51,000, by the way.
51.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
And they did, yeah.
that's sick.
But I remember going to Texas, and there were some high school stadiums bigger than that, in Texas, right? Like,
Yeah,
but that's in the Big 12. There's BYU's number 1. Kansas State, I think, is number 2 for football.
Kansas State is actually surprisingly,
Is
I
it
think it's
small?
like 49,000.
Oh, is it small?
It's, yeah.
I thought
'cause
that was
I've toured
bigger.
it before.
Oklahoma
49,000,
State? You've been to Oklahoma State. How big is
Yeah.
that one? Is it a bigger side?
I
T-Bone
wouldn't say
T-Boone
it.
Pickens put a lot of money into that one for some renovations, but I don't know if they
They don't, the
expanded
end
it.
zones don't go up very far,
Yeah.
or at least one of them doesn't.
Baylor was pretty big.
Yeah, Baylor's decent. They have that open end.
That's what it is.
So it doesn't. If it was filled all the way in, I think it'd be comparable
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
what like most big stadiums are. But that one end is like not a ton of seating, like a bunch of grass areas and
Texas
stuff.
was
Bro,
big.
Texas is big.
Texas was big.
Okay, that's the first time I've been in the stadium.
Pause. Sorry, no, I was just.
Oh,
You go ahead. Yeah, anyway.
oh no,
Nah, forget it.
I gotta want to hear.
I said pause.
That's the first time I've been to this stadium on the lower bowl, and like you're looking across at the upper deck, and I'm like, I can't distinguish people.
Yeah.
Like it's that big.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy, man. What other team? What other stadium?
I'm pulling up the list of
TCU
Big
was
12.
kind of big too. All the Texas schools.
yeah, Texas knows how to do football.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, most of these you haven't been to. Like Iowa State second, 61.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Texas Tech 60,000. West Virginia 60,000.
You've been to West Virginia.
We're trying to
Yep.
erase that from the history of.
Hey,
We're
hey,
just trying
no,
to blot it
listen,
out.
dude. Last season is what's making this season happen.
True.
Yes.
Do you think? I think, because I talked to all the guys in the offseason, and there was this mentality. So now I cherish the West Virginia loss. Like I cherish the Oklahoma State loss. Like
Yeah.
these revenge tour kind of losses, like things like that stuff made the team who they are today. I think so.
I agree.
So they had their purpose. Don't need to erase it. They had their purpose in the story.
Yeah, you can't erase it, man. You gotta, because it's a big part of it, man. It's a huge part. But yeah, West Virginia was a big stadium. It was a big
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited, bro. I keep saying that, but like, obviously I am. If I keep saying it, shoot. Yeah, man. So, with that being said, I mean, hey, great episode. I appreciate you guys tuning in with the Realist. Kev, you got anything you want to say, man? Anything you want to put? Jake?
No, man.
Anything else?
Been good.
Great, man. Well, hey, that's the episode for bye week, a bye week episode, man. And then, I'll be back next week, a little more in depth on what to look forward to for this upcoming game. What else is going on? What else is on my mind? And yeah, the Chubby surprise.
Yeah.
By then should be on go. So
Maybe we can have some samples here.
that'd be sick.
I'll make that happen.
Okay, cool. That'd be sick.
Cool.
I'll bring
Absolutely.
it down.
Okay.
Awesome, man. So yeah, with that being said, I'm your host Isaiah Bagnah of the Realist. Shout out Chubbies and Orm once again. Appreciate everything they do for us, man. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.